With effective and innovative Marten repellent solutions in OE quality, K&K is a competent partner to its customers. In parallel with its automotive innovations, the company, which is based near Heidelberg, is also constantly developing its Marten defense performance. The extensive K&K product portfolio includes devices that are connected to the car battery and standalone devices with their own battery. This film shows you how to install a Marten repellent system using a standalone battery unit. A connection device is installed more or less in the same way and only differs with regard to how it is connected. Any differences will be shown as a text overlay. For details and safety instructions, please refer to the illustrated installation instructions. Martens mark their territory with scent marks. For a Marten repellent solution to be effective, any territorial markings in the engine compartment and on the bonnet must therefore first be removed, ideally with the K&K scent mark remover. The scent mark remover is left to act for 2 to 3 minutes and then rinsed off together with the territorial markings. Please note that the scent mark remover does not protect against Marten browsing. All devices are carefully tested by us. Please perform a functional test before installing the device. To do this, follow the steps below on an insulating base with the control unit and a contact brush while the device is not yet installed. Use only 1.5 volt voltage batteries, not rechargeable batteries. Before installation, disconnect the multi-pin plug and switch the toggle switch to off, or in the case of a connection device, remove the fuse. Please keep sufficient distance from rotating and hot parts when installing the components. When installing the control unit, make sure the control LEDs are visible and the battery compartment is accessible. The control unit is fixed into place using cable ties. The ultrasound transmitter with the 360-degree dome speaker is installed at the bottom where the ultrasound can radiate freely and form a sound carpet. Fully sealed waterproof electronics and a completely closed speaker create waterproofness of over IP65 standard, which means the device can be installed in the splashing water area and entry area of the Marten. In the connection device, the ultrasound transmitter is integrated into the control unit. The device must be installed so that the ultrasound can radiate freely to the floor. If the light cone of a flashlight reaches the floor with the underride guard removed, you have found the perfect position. Connectors and fuse holders should be installed so that they are easily accessible. The device is connected via the positive pole of the 12-volt battery and the negative pole or a ground pin of the chassis. The safety bonnet switch immediately discharges the high-voltage brushes when the bonnet is opened. The eyelet of the cable harness must be placed under the mounting bracket of the switch. This must be in contact with the copper ring in order to establish an electrically conductive connection with the connection surface. The male terminal is slipped over the foot of the switch. With the connecting device, the bonnet switch can be connected to any brush contact plate using the enclosed cable, but always to the positive pole. The lug of the red high-voltage cable indicates the positive pole. For this reason, make sure you have one of the brushes close to the bonnet switch for later connection. Please remember that the mounting screw must always make an electrically conductive connection to the chassis. If the switch can only be mounted in plastic, place a screw eye under the screw and connect it with the chassis via a cable. The control unit and the high-voltage cable are now connected via a multi-pin plug. In the event of a defect, the control unit can easily be separated without completely removing it. The contact brushes should be positioned such that possible entry points or areas at risk of biting are protected. Ideally, the installation is done from below with the help of a lifting platform. Multi-contact brushes create skin contact even through the insulating fur. Because the brushes have 2 poles, there is no need to ensure that a conductive part is nearby when choosing a position. To avoid a short circuit, the brushes should be positioned at least 10 mm away from other conductive parts. Water drainage is ensured by mounting the brushes at a slight angle. Secure the contact brushes into place using cable ties. Make sure that they are not passed over the brushes. By screwing in the screws, the contact brush is fixed into place. The high voltage cable is tapped and contact is made. The end of the cable should not stick out at the last contact brush and should thus be shortened. Now set the toggle switch to on. In the case of the connecting device, the fuse is inserted after installation. The control LED for the ultrasound function starts to flash. To perform a complete function check, the bonnet safety switch must be pressed continuously. If the device has been connected correctly, the high voltage control LED starts flashing. The LEDs for function control flash irregularly and at different brightness levels. This may take a few minutes during initial startup. Do not touch the contact brushes during this time. The bonnet switch is functioning properly when the high voltage LED goes off when released. If the ultrasound control LED flashes quickly, the unit is switched off by the vibration detection when the engine is running. The complete cabling of the high voltage system is fixed into place with cable ties after the function test. Then the warning sticker is attached to the interior in a visible place. When the Marten defense system has been installed, the entire engine compartment and especially the usual entry points are protected.